Hi, it's Kuma sensei. Are you interested in learning Japanese, or you want to watch anime without subtitles but don't know where to start? In this video, I've compiled essential things to know before starting Japanese study. There's so much I'd like to share, but this time I've narrowed it down to 3 common concerns: letters, grammar, and honorifics. Well, language learning can be quite puzzling.
The circle.
I think that goes in
The circle.
the square hole.
Especially with Japanese, there are unique concepts, which might take some time for many people to get used to. However, by becoming familiar with them, you not only acquire new language but also absorb new perspectives and ways of thinking, making it one of the most fascinating aspects of learning Japanese. After watching this video, you'll grasp the amazing features making your journey of Japanese more enjoyable and comfortable. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. So let's jump right in. In Japanese, there are 3 types of characters: hiragana, katakana, and kanji. Hiragana is a phonetic script that can be read as written without changes in pronunciation based on accents. For example, this is ka, which means mosquito. This is kata, which means shoulder. This is katana, which means sword. Katakana has the same structure as hiragana, but is mainly used for foreign words and loanwords from Western countries. For example, this is happy birthday, which means happy birthday.
最後のハッピーバースデーの旗のようなハッピーバースデーとか。ハッピーバースデー。
Kanji are ideographic characters imported from China over 1600 years ago. It underwent unique changes in Japan, so it has different pronunciation and forms compared to original Chinese. The most challenging part for many people is kanji. It has multiple readings per character, and there are over 2,000 commonly used kanji, which may seem overwhelming. But Japanese people spend almost 10 years in school to gradually learn kanji, so there's no need to force yourself to memorize them in a hurry unless you already know it or have to do it for some reason.
It means fish is gonna be afraid of this. I don't understand this.
Being able to read hiragana and katakana smoothly will lay a solid foundation and make your further learning much easier. Don't forget to try vocalizing them aloud.
雨、あり、朝顔。
If possible, follow the pronunciation of good Japanese speakers.
Question.
Can I practice pronunciation through anime? If you ask me, no problem. Anime voice actors pronounce words clearly and accurately, so feel free to imitate them. Although anime pronunciation may differ slightly from regular Japanese, don't worry.
Don't worry, I'm waiting.
Just like how watching SpongeBob as a child didn't change your pronunciation, seeing the anime won't have a drastic impact either. Try immersing yourself in as many contents as you can. Grammar in Japanese differs quite a lot from English, so this time I'll introduce one of its features, particles. Now let's take a look at a simple Japanese sentence. 田中さんはお茶を飲みました。This sentence can be divided into 3 parts. 田中さんはお茶を and 飲みました。田中さん is a noun representing a person's name. は is a particle called a subject marker. お茶を consists of a noun お茶 and the particle を which serves as an object marker. Finally, 飲みました is a past tense of the verb 飲みます。Now, why are the particle は and を attached? Let's start with を。
俺を殴れ。
何よそれ。
これより円卓会議を実施する。すぐにラボ面を招集するのだ。
Simply put, を is an object marker that indicates the object of the sentence. It shows that
俺を殴れ。円卓会議を実施する。すぐにラボ面を招集するのだ。
is the object.
君たちはいつもそうだね。僕らは理解に苦しむな。今の君たちの暮らしは成り立っているんだよ。
は is a subject marker that indicates the subject of the sentence. The words are arranged in the order of subject, object, and verb. The basic word order in Japanese is subject, object, verb. But in the spoken language, people often ignore this rule, because the word order itself in Japanese doesn't indicate the word as a function of the sentence. In this way, a language that forms sentences by attaching markers without carrying any meanings is called an agglutinative language. Since Japanese is such a language, particles are essential. The usage of each particle can be generalized to some extent, allowing learners to grasp them. However, there are some aspects that cannot be fully captured by general rules. Anyway, not only for particles but also for other aspects, it is crucial to study general rules and lay a solid foundation. Please let me know in the comment if there are any parts you would like me to explain. Keigo is a linguistic expression used to show your respect to the person you are speaking to or the person you are talking about. While every language has a polite language, but not many of them have as many patterns and situational variations as Japanese. First, it's good to understand the types of keigo and start by learning commonly used expressions. Keigo can be broadly divided into three types. Sonkeigo is used to elevate and show respect to individuals of higher status, such as seniors, bosses, customers, guests, and teachers. Kenjougo is used to humble yourself or refer to your own actions in a way that shows respect to others. It is used when talking about your own actions or action related to yourself or family members. Teineigo is a polite form of language used to express things politely, regardless of the listener or situation. It is the most versatile form of keigo that can be used in various situations and with different people. Among these, the most important is teineigo, which is formed by adding des, mas at the end of a sentence. Most everyday keigo expressions use teineigo, so it's best to start learning from here.
姫様、拷問の時間です。
In Japan, it is customary to use keigo when addressing someone for the first time, regardless of age or other factors.
Nike Japan no design director no Jarrett Reynolds des. Dozo yoroshiku onegaishimasu.
And even if there is a friendly teacher at school, students still use keigo when they're speaking to them. On the other hand, there are situations where keigo should not be used, such as when speaking to family members, close friends, or romantic partners. Keigo is not used in relationships with close acquaintances. For example, if your colleague who usually speaks in keigo with their boss secretly speaks informally when they are alone, it maybe indicates a secret relationship between the two. Keigo is deeply rooted in the essential Japanese mentality of respect and modesty. While it may seem complex, it's important to know that even if Japanese learners cannot use keigo proficiently, it doesn't mean they are being disrespectful. So take your time to study without feeling pressured. Today, I introduced characters, grammar, and keigo. So let's review what we covered. Characters. Japanese have three types of characters: hiragana, katakana, and kanji. Beginners should start with hiragana and katakana. Learning kanji can be done gradually. It's okay to ignore them initially. Japanese is an agglutinative language where sentences are formed by attaching markers. Word order is quite flexible. Start by learning basic particles like wa and o. Although not covered in the session, verb conjugation is also crucial. Keigo. There are mainly three types: sonkeigo, kenjougo, and teineigo. The most important is teineigo. Start with understanding the usage of des, mas. Even Japanese people find it confusing, so approach it with a relaxed mindset. Was it? Although there are many more features of the Japanese language, you should now have a general understanding of the overall picture. The key is to expose yourself to a wide range of Japanese content. Let's delve deeper into what interests you. I want to create videos about things that you would like to know, so please let me know in the comments.